Well, that's what Maryland does, and we are at M&T. There it is. It's unlike any other. Fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Joke, he's got some space now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting play. Here for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and very little daylight there. He'll get a cut.
Especially in the second half. When you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. So much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a pickup of 6. Off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. And the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Hey, man. 180. Come on, the ball. Watch time. Tight end right. Everyone go.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Set. 20. Watch QB drop.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 26.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Here's Mayfield. And that's It's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And now we've got a stoppage and a timeout here called by the defense. It's their first of this first half as they look to regroup and hopefully stop the 2-point conversion coming up. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Damian Ratley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They run with Taylor. And some room to work. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Taylor. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hey, alert 33.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. My touch.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. 34 yards there at a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
I got you, son. I got you. Someone what? Point it right, point it right, point it right.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Taylor. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. They're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Taylor. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. On second down, it's Taylor. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. Mayfield now from the 50. And a throw there going to be incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Hard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jackson forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. On the draw, this is Ingram. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Squeeze, double.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield now. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He finds Taylor, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Play action. It's Jackson. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Olivier Vernon brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Hey, check 24, check 24. Check 26, check 26. 41, wait.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Set, ready. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the gun, Jackson. It's Hill, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now a give, right side. Taylor. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, hey, hey.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. So a decent gain.
What about it? The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And again, it's Chubb. Fights through, and now a crease. Trotty. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Flushed out right. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 4th down. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Browns first down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Hey, C6. Check. Fresno.
Now Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On the carry, it's Chubb.
I got you, boy.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They run it again with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Alert, alert! Watch twit! Watch twit! Topper! Crash! Alert! Hey, wahoo! Hey, Mike 52!
Here's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks.
Check. Point it right. SOS. Slam.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
We got 4.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Is a turnover on downs.
Good. 180. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On 1st down, Hunt. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
King. Hey, 133.
What can Mayfield do here in the OT? He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. As you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their 2nd timeout here.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a give until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Browns, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.